Hi there folks, my name's Novaria24 and welcome to a review slash early access of a slightly different flavour. So, I am here today with Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. So this quirky little title first popped up in my radar when I was doing some research for my weekly news show, the Novaria, and we featured a couple of weeks ago when it first launched. And the developers, 3 Division, have very kindly actually sent me a copy. So I'm going to have a look at it today for you. Now, potentially this, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I literally just got it and installed it, so I'm not sure whether this is going to be a one-shot review, but given that it's an economic sort of city building simulator, I'm guessing this is probably going to be a start of a series. I don't know, but I will start it by going, let's see what it's like, and we're going to get to discover this title together, because as I said, I've grabbed the key, I've installed it, haven't been busy with other stuff, so I haven't really done ready documentation yet, so this is going to be highly entertaining, but let's jump into it, shall we? Okay, alright, so with the stirring sounds of the Soviet Politburo, the workers, music of the workers behind us, pretty basic game options that we've got here. So we'll quickly go into the settings menu. Most of the settings are actually controlled inside of when you first launch the title Soviet Republic. It actually pops up with a little window where you can change like a lot of the graphic settings, like resolution, whether it's windowed or not, or stuff like that. And then you've got other settings through here. Probably should pay attention to some of the control settings here. Middle mouse button is the free rotate. Good to know. Scrolling, turning buildings, okay, yep, pretty basic stuff, okay, cool. So yeah, that's pretty much about it, and I suppose we'd better jump straight into a new game. Alright, so choosing new game, we get a couple of options here now. Looks like... Okay, so we can choose to either... So it looks like the map is... Looks like there's only one map at the moment, but you can choose to either have it blank or actually have some population already there. You know what, I'm going to go with having a population already there. Let's go with maybe not all it populated, so let's go with that, a little over half. Alright, now let's have a look at... Okay, so we've got our basic difficulty setting. Okay, so we've got our usual basic, we can sort of do things very easy, medium, hard, okay? Let's start with basing ourselves easy. And then let's have a look at what options we can have. Okay, so money amount. Okay, I'm not going to use an unlimited money cheat just yet. But let's go with easy to make it because it is a review, it is a tutorial. Let's have a look and see what we can do. Alright, unsatisfied citizens' reactions. If citizens don't get what they need, they will react with grumpiness. Okay, that's probably appropriate for a grumpy simmer, but let's have a look at what the options we've got. Reasonable reactions. If citizens don't get what they need, they will be cross and react accordingly, and if citizens don't get what they need, they will react very, very negatively. I'm tempted to go with the medium one, just to see what it's like. Let's do that. I'll probably regret this for this one. Okay, energy management. You'll not need power lines, your vehicles don't need fuel. You'll build power lines, vehicles don't need fuel, buildings and vehicles will use fuel. Buildings will need power lines, vehicles will use fuel. You know what, for the tutorial benefits, I'm curious to at least see how the power system works, because that's something that I know is very common in like most city builders, is that power sort of just is assumed to jump building to building. So I'm curious if that's how it's going to be here. So let's go with that. Day-night cycle enable, yeah, because we want to see what the graphics are like. Building fires, okay. You won't need fire stations. Normal, not so frequent, or frequent. That says a lot about safety, fire safety in the Soviet bloc, doesn't it? Global events. Disable, no global events, everything express price changes, alright. Enable is, it's not available. Okay, alright, well, I guess that one's staying off then. Pollution, do not create any pollution. Well, let's be honest. Highly industrialized sort of the Soviet bloc with its highly industrialized pollution was part of its hallmark. So you know what? We're going to be leaving that turned on. Year of start, 1960, 70, or 1980. Let's leave it at 70. Alright, vehicle availabilities. Can you have all vehicles according to year? According to year. Education simulation. Children automatically reach basic education. No elementary schools needed for newborn citizens. Parents can work even when the children are under 6 years old. No kindergarten needed. All complexes the reverse of that. You know what? I'm going to go with that one, actually. I'm curious to see how that works. I genuinely am. Okay, alright. I guess we're starting. Alright, let's go. So I was saying, it's interesting, like, this title, it's sort of pitching itself as somewhere, as sort of a bit of a, you know, something between a city builder and maybe something more than a city builder, with being able to sort of, you know, have various different options available to you. So, and it's looking kind of intriguing, as I said. So, okay, let's have a look. Okay, so what do we got here? Okay, let's zoom out. So the weather effects, kind of cool that we have them, but it's a bit frustrating that you can't see anything through the cloud cover. Again, I guess that's fairly accurate of Eastern Europe, I suppose. Fair enough. Okay, so let's get below the cloud cover. Alright, so what we got? So we got some various towns that have been auto-generated. Alright. So we've got a cathedral. We've got some old city houses. So we can see what their education's like. How many have electronics? Okay, cool. We've got different workers. We can destroy buildings. Obviously, I'm guessing there's something wrong with this at the moment. You can relocate citizens. You can get immigrants from the Soviet bloc, from the Third World, and you can view buildings that can be reached by foot. That's interesting. It's probably going to be something for important later on for some form of working when we establish works and stuff like that. So okay. And no energy being used at the moment. Right, okay. Alright, that's interesting. So, yeah, again, so it's just the buildings at the moment, so there's just no... actually, let's have a look. What do we got up here? So we've got resources. So we've got... okay, nothing at the moment. Fair enough. Population stats. So we've got about 10,000 people across our Soviet Republic at the moment. Various stats and charts. I'm sure they'll probably be a bit more interesting once we actually get some stuff going. Infrastructure, right, so stuff we can build. Alright, so this looks like pretty standard, basic sort of city terrain stuff. So, you know, race terrain, low terrain, level terrain, demolish, blow stuff up. Show wireframe. Oh, so we can actually see where... I'm assuming that's like where it's going to cost more to build or stuff like that. So, okay, that's good to know. Auto build from rubles or dollars. So we've got two different currencies up there. I'm guessing we're going to be able to sell in different currencies at some point. So we can build roads, railways, factory connections, so cargo stations, storage, and warehouses. Alright, and each one has a power cost. Interesting. Alright, good to know. So we can build footpaths to allow people to walk between stuff, to make it easier to walk stuff. Conveyors. Oh wow, they get really deep into the economy scale, don't they, here? Yeah, I think I can guarantee this is going to be a multi-part episode. I don't think we're going to get anywhere near all of this done in the first episode, that's for sure. Okay, alright. High voltage wise, medium voltage wise. Okay. Right, okay, so what is the construction tab? Okay, so construction tab, so this is our actual buildings. Alright. So we've got construction related industry. Construction offices. Gravel, concrete, asphalt, so various stuff we can do. Bus platforms, alright, that's probably going to be important at some point. Alright, what else we got? Residential. So we got different flats. Yes! Yes! We have the Soviet era concrete blockhouse flats. Yes! Okay, alright, I'm happy about this. So, for some people who are watching who may not have been alive during the period of this, communism, in the Eastern Bloc, you may not recognize it. You probably recognize it from many movies, but it's just such an iconic feature. These very huge drab, concrete prefab block houses of accommodation blocks. Very prominent features of Eastern Europe, that's for sure, so I'm so glad they got here. Okay, we've got shopping centres. Football, it sounds okay. Alright, cool. We've got transportation. Obviously, transportation is going to be important for all this stuff. Radio station, fire stations, pollution monitoring. Really? That's a thing? Alright, cool story. Hospital and television station. Alright. Obviously, broadcasting everything approved by the state only. Education, we probably won't need to get into that just yet, but that's good to know. Student accommodation as well. Kindergarten, school, medical university, technical university. Headquarters of the Communist Party? I'm absolutely going to need to have that in here somewhere. We've got some different interests here. Oil, bitumen, fuel, food, crops, industry, warehouse, energy related, and trees and accessories. Yes! We can put the hammer and sickle in. And there's a Lenin statue. This makes me happy. This brings out the inner communist in me. It makes me very, very happy. Alright, that was a bit weird. My monitor decided it wanted to have a moment to break itself, but that's okay. Alright, moving on. Okay, economy of trade, so probably going to be more important. Okay, so this is also where we can see a trade and production of various resources and current prices in the global market. That's good to know. Alright, cool. List of vehicles and buildings. Okay, so let's go through. Okay, so we've got various houses, cities, churches, cathedrals, residential, custom houses. Okay, so I am assuming. Okay, so we have. All right, so on the board. Okay, so on the borders of our little Soviet Republic, which is a very square-shaped Soviet Republic, we can trade with other cities, obviously, and we've got like a road connection, rail connection, and I'm guessing, yep, and a power connection, right? Okay, good to know. So we can buy that from our other Soviet brothers, and if I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say, okay, so we're in one corner here, that's Soviet. I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say, what is that? Puddets. I am betting that that one's going to be the Western bloc we can deal with. Oh, and it's even got the NATO symbol. That's cool. Okay, nice touch. So we can trade with our Soviet bloc brothers, or we can trade with the capitalistic swine, and I'm guessing earn US dollars. Yep, so we can deal with US, we sell our goods in US dollars there, and I'm betting if we shoot over this way, that this one would be dealing in rubles. Yep, it is. Okay. That is good to know. Cool story. Okay, so now that we know enough to be dangerous, let's get started. Now, first question is, are we going to import power and things from another country, or are we going to try and be self-sufficient? That's a really good question. I'm guessing that we should probably do things near to a workforce. Okay, which means that we're going to have to build something around here. Okay, so we've got roads, and of course none of the population centers are anywhere near the border, are they? Okay, of course not, because that would be simple. That would be make life a lot easier. Okay. Okay, you know what? Because it's true, we're going to try and see if we can make a go of this. But I also know that people would not want to have a power plant next to their beautiful old town. So we're going to build a power plant. Because it's probably the first thing we're going to need to do, isn't it? We're going to have to build a power plant. Okay, energy related. So let's go with a coal-fired plant. Okay. Okay. So let's build our coal-fired power plant in this valley here. Now I can see, okay, I'll zoom in on it. Okay, so we can see that, so we've got power connections down the one end, and we've got road connections coming in the other side. Okay, so let's build it like this. Okay. Okay, that's simple. So we just simply click and hold to actually flatten the terrain to allow it to be built. Okay. Alright, so we built, okay, so that's going to have that building for us. Alright. Now we are going to also obviously need a road. Alright, build a... I think we just need a gravel road, shouldn't we? We should just need a gravel road from here. Alright, let's go, have it come up this way. Alright. Now I'm guessing at some point I envisage something else being built further down here. So let's build... I wonder if you can upgrade roads, I don't know. But for now... Okay. Now next step's going to be... continue that road up here. And we're going to have that road meet there like that. There we go. Okay. So that road will connect us to this road. It will take us back to town. Okay. Right, so I've done that. Alright. Fairly simple build mechanics so far, so I'm liking it so far. Okay. So that'll be our source of power, but of course we still need to get power to... okay. But of course we're still going to need to get power to the town. So let's go high voltage lines up there. Now, because we're a Soviet Republic, so we don't care about people's views. Let's get the... there. Alright, now we're going to need to have a... Okay, so it looks like your substations can do your local power processing. Okay, so let's have a substation here. Which is of course going to need a road access point. Cool. High voltage wires. Okay. When do I hold? Okay, that's a bit annoying. Oh wait, here we go. Alright, so that transformer doesn't have that, so I'm going to need to have a power transformer. Okay, power transformer which converts it from the high voltage down into the low voltage. Okay, so let's whack our power transformer here. That will do. High voltage wires going from here to there. There we are. And our medium voltage wires coming from So that brings power to at least that part of Leshki. Leshki. We're going to call it town of Leshki. That'll do that. Okay. So we've got power. So we have power to power our city. We are next going to need... We're going to need some workplaces for our people, aren't we? Alright, so for... Should be enough for infrastructure for now. Next one is going to need to get some... Alright. I'm going to say that we're going to need to feed our people. Do we agree that we should probably feed our people? We probably should feed our people. Alright, so first one, we're going to do... an agro farm. Okay. How do you get the meat? Ah, you get a livestock farm. Okay, cool. Alright, let's start with an agro farm. Alright, what do we got here? So, we've got another type of... What's that, I wonder? Oh, that must be from where conveyors come out. Right, so you can conveyor stuff out. Okay, that's cool. Alright, so let's put the agro farm here. Alright, and then let's get a big field. The big field. I'm gonna have that there. Alright, and then we're going to get our infrastructure and build our basic gravel road. There we go. Alrighty, now one thing I noticed before is that we had this thing about workers. So we have people. What's road vehicles depot? Okay. So truck loading, road cargo station, bus platform. Okay. So let's start with a bus platform because we're going to need to be able to. People are going to need to be able to get in and out. Okay, that's actually, it's really cool that you can use the mouse to scroll, like, to change the direction of the building, but then you can't zoom in. You could use shift to be able to zoom in and out, and I'm still getting used to that. Okay. Alright, we've got a bus depot there, and we've got a bus platform. We'll need a bus platform over here by our workplace here. So maybe we can't sort of integrate it with part of the road there. That would have been cool, but anyway. Okay. Bus platform there. And then we're going to have another one. There we go. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we've got some roads prepped to be built. We've got a workplace, a couple of workplaces. We've got a couple of bus depots. Okay, now, we are going to need some We are also going to need, because we turned on the education, didn't we? Yes, we did. So we are going to need. Okay. Now, probably I'm going to need to put another substation in, don't I? Wait a minute. Okay, power transformer. Nope, wrong one. Electric substation. Okay. Okay, so we are going to want. Alright, and then we're going to want another one over here. Okay. And we're going to need to get some medium voltage wires. Okay, so we're going to need to connect those up. Oh, you need to put a switch in if you want to do that. That's unexpected, kind of cool, kind of annoying. Okay, alright, may have to revisit that. Okay, in the meantime, what do we got? We're going to need to put a gravel road in. So I'm going to extend this round up a little bit. There we are. Okay. Now we're going to need to add in a. I add another bus terminal, I think. Actually, no. Nope, I'm getting too far ahead of myself. Let's go with the education. Let's go with the kindergarten and a school. Okay. Kindergarten and a school. We need to make sure that our good children grow up to be good communists. That's what we need. Okay. So we've got employment, schooling, food, and grocery store. Definitely going to need a grocery store in here somewhere. Okay. Okay. Alright, I think. Okay, let's hit play and see what happens. Okay, we got workers waiting. Okay, it's a good start. Don't need to be going to work. Agri farm being built over here. We're waiting for our power thing to build over here as well. Okay. Oh, we've actually modeled citizens as well. I like it. I like. Okay, but I think kind of creepy adults going to school, but you know, hey, I'll take it. Oh, well, hang on, it's staff at the moment, I suppose. Yeah, that's fine. He'll take it. Okay. Got bus platforms. Now, was there something about a vehicle depot that I would need? I'm going to run with probably. Let's have a try. Apparently I put my things too close. Okay. There's a lot of people waiting for our buses, but no buses. Okay, so I'm guessing that buses depots don't come with buses. Right, here we go. Buy a new vehicle or mechanism. Right, okay, so this is all without figuring out the instructions too. Okay, so what do we got? Buses. We're going to need... let's go with... let's go with two buses. Two of the larger buses. There we go. Okay. Okay. Looks like we have to also make up our own bus routes. Okay, right. This is getting a lot more like Cities in Motion actually now than anything else actually, I think. Okay, so that's probably one thing that's annoying me, is it says obviously there's something wrong with it. It requires workers or mechanisms to harvest or seed. Okay, right. So we need workers obviously there first. Mechanisms working for this farm. No tractors, no vehicles, no trucks, no buildings without power supply. Okay, alright. Alright, okay, so obviously we need to get power to you. We also need to get workers to that one. Okay, so alright, so let's start with a... alright. Bus platform. Alright, so let's go add new stop. One. Now get in. Two. And three. Back to that one. And back to that one. Okay. And aha! Okay. It even simulates the actual vehicle stuff as well. That's kind of weird. Kind of cool. Kind of weird. Alright, okay. Alrighty. Alright, we'll see how that one goes. In the meantime, let's go back to... so we need some equipment, do we? Okay. Buy new vehicle or mechanism. Okay, so we need harvesting. Let's get a harvester. Oh, I just realized that you can either buy them in rubles or buy them in US dollars. So US dollars you're buying from West Germany, whereas if you buy them in rubles, you're drawing from there. Right. Whoops. Okay. Whoops. Anyway. Okay, let's go with a couple of covered trucks. There we go. Sewing. Let's go with the Belarusian one. Okay. Alright, so done that. Now we need to get power to our building here. So, question is, can I have... Nope. So I'm going to need to have a electric substation. Let's do it that way. Alright, and then let's get a transformer. And then we're going to need to grab high voltage wires from there. Oh, really? 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 That's annoying. Okay. Demolish, demolish, demolish. Okay. Right, let's put the switch in. And then let's take that one directly to that one. And that one to that one. Ah! Take that! Well, you know, it does the job. Okay, back to medium voltage wires. Let's go... nope. Okay, I thought that got built. There we go. Can I just say that I'm really impressed by the amount of detail in here. Oh, now we get to see the day-night change. That's kind of cool. I'm actually fairly impressed with that. That's cool. Okay. Well, you know what? As the sun sets, it looks like we've got our harvesting is starting. Don't seem to have any passengers on there at the moment. But I'll take it. Everything's alright with this field. That's good. I like to see when there's a green tick. That's good to know. You know what? As we get that underway, I think this is a good start to our system. I can see that we still don't have any workers here, so we're going to have to do something about that. But I think this is a good start to our republic. I think we should name our republic now, shouldn't we? Okay, so let's say our republic. My republic. Okay, what should we have? We should have. We should make this. Nova Wing is Stan. Nope. Apparently it's too. Apparently that's too long. Okay. Nova Stan. Novaria. Ah, Novaria. There we go. Done. There we are. Okay. Great. The great Soviet Republic of Novaria. Alright folks, as we save that one, thank you very much for joining me in this first episode. I look forward to seeing you. As I said, I think I am definitely going to make this a series because I think there's a lot to explore here as we work through this title because some stuff's kind of cool. I got to admit that I'm impressed. For a early access indie title, I'm pretty impressed so far, so there you go. Alright folks, thanks very much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you in the next adventures here in Novaria as we explore more about our Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Bye, alright folks, thanks for watching. My name's been NovaWing24. As I said, thank you very much to the guys there at the studio for providing me with a review copy of this. It's available now on Steam. Put all the links in the description down below. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Take care, safe skies to all, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.